You are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K. Sapp. Well, did Kevin Stefanski just lose his job with this announcement after the game when they took a beating to the New York Jets, 27-20? A lot of people said Kevin Stefanski should have been out of a job. But we're going to talk about all that here next, right after this. Well, guys, man, I'm here to tell you, man, Kevin Stefanski's job should be on the line after they took a loss to the New York Jets today, 27-20, where it seemed like they couldn't get no offense going in the second half. Even though Kevin Stefanski gave up the play calling duties to Tommy Rees, things just didn't change. Things just didn't change. We saw the same old offense. We saw the same looks. We did see one time that Dillon Gabriel did throw the ball down the field and got a touchdown to Jerry Jeudy. But Jerry Jeudy made a great play, and he won the battle at the top of the route by coming back to the ball, getting his arms underneath for a touchdown. I still don't think that was a great throw by Dillon Gabriel. I still think that Dillon Gabriel was limited of pushing the ball down the field. And a lot of people said that blame the game on the special teams. No, we can't blame the game on the special teams because the score was tied up 17-17 at halftime. So coming out to the third quarter, you're basically 0-0. And in the second half, the Cleveland Browns could not muster up no offense and couldn't move the ball down the field to muster up any points outside of a field goal. Cleveland Browns in the second half of that game had 78 yards total in offense. And that's not going to win you no football games. And we've seen what Dillon Gabriel is capable of doing. You can say what you want to say about the special teams. You can say what you want to say about the offensive line. But there was plenty of times that Dillon Gabriel had time to make a throw down the field, and he just misses his reads. You can say that the Cleveland Browns receivers drops a lot of balls. You can come up with any excuse that you want. But it's the simple fact that Kevin Stefanski is hell-bent on sticking with Dillon Gabriel, thinking that this offense is going to do an about face with Dillon Gabriel in there. It's not. I'm here to tell you. We've seen 5 games, and we've seen Dillon Gabriel do the same thing in 5 straight games. When is this going to change? When are things going to get better for the Cleveland Browns offense? This offense is not an NFL-ready offense to get wins. Because you tell me you go up against the New York Jets, they got their first home victory against the Cleveland Browns, their second win of the year, and you tell me that the Cleveland Browns should have won against the New York Jets. Going into this game, the Cleveland Browns was favored because of the fact that they thought that the New York Jets was going to tank because they got all these draft picks because they traded away Sauce Gardner. They traded away Quinlan Williams. They traded away their studs. And Cleveland was favored to win this game. And they could not muster up enough offense in the second half to win a game. And like I told y'all, leading up to this game, there's going to be some inclement weather. So I don't want people to use that as an excuse that Dillon Gabriel can't perform in these weather conditions. And that was the reason why the offense looked stagnant in the second half. You can make any excuse that you want. Now you got to put it on the coaches. Now the coaches got to come together collectively and say, hey, it's time for a change. We've seen change around the NFL all season long. We've seen what they did to Russell Wilson in New York. They went with Jackson Dart. We've seen they took away Spencer Radcliffe in New Orleans and put Tyler Shuck in. Look what Tyler Shuck did today. Now, we saw the tape on Tyler Shuck. Everybody was surprised that Tyler Shuck was drafted in front of Shedeur Sanders as well. But he went out there and performed today and got a win. So what is the difference in Cleveland where you can't make a an adjustment as a coach and say, hey, it's time to put somebody else in. In New York, Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and he got benched for a rookie. Now you got a rookie in Dillon Gabriel playing for the Cleveland Browns. Why come Kevin Stefanski can't make a change and bring Shedeur Sanders in the game? Now, we've seen what Dillon Gabriel is capable of doing. Today, he got the ball to Jerry Jeudy, but in the second half, where was that at? And also, Cleveland got bailed out by a lot of penalties by the New York Jets, and they still lost the game. You put up 3 measly points in the second half. You're not going to win football games like that. Now the focus is on Kevin Stefanski. Right after the game, Kevin Stefanski went to the post-game press conference, and he stated that he was sticking with Dillon Gabriel. So, guys, I want y'all to listen to what Kevin Stefanski had said, because now Kevin Stefanski has set the internet on fire with his announcement leading up to next week's game against the Baltimore Ravens. So before we get off into that, we partnered up with Underdog Fantasy, and this is the word from our friend.
Underdog Fantasy is the best way to play fantasy sports. Let me tell you about the easiest way to get in on some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, win you some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry, get every pick right, and win some serious cash. Use my promo code SBD23 and receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Now that it's football time, follow Simply Ball Dropping as I share my picks. Like I said, pick your player, choose your amount, win money. Make picks, win cash. Thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for the partnership with us, and thank you for using promo code SBD23 on Underdog Fantasy.
Now, guys, with that being said, I'm not even going to hold you, man. Let's take a listen to what head coach Kevin Stefanski of the Cleveland Browns had to say after they lost to the New York Jets 27-20. Let's take a listen.
Kevin, assess Dillon. Where did you see any improvement from what you saw over the first 4 games from him? Where did you kind of feel like
I think it's I have to always, to give you a better evaluation, have to look at it. But I know there's plays that he's going to want back. I thought he made some plays with his feet also in this ball game, but can always improve.
What is 3 minutes left? They have it. You don't call timeout right away. Just take us through what you're thinking there. Obviously, the penalty sunk you, but what were you thinking with that sequence there?
Yeah, obviously you're thinking about when to call those things, and depending on I think they got a first down on the first play there. You're going to stop it to try and get it back. And again, all things that it's easy to look at the end of that ball game, and we will, and we'll certainly be transparent with each other. But it's a 60-minute football game, and we got to do our job for 60 minutes.
Was getting Jerry involved an emphasis this week?
Yes, and it should be an emphasis every week, really.
How about just the fact that you guys gave up 6 sacks, 4 by Will McDonald? What kind of was the situation there?
Again, probably premature to say anything until I look at it, Mary Kay, but it's very typically a combination of things, whether it's offensive line, protection plan, getting open, all those things.
Are there times where you think like Dillon just isn't seeing it as quickly, and especially when you talk about some of those sacks that were taken, you think he's just like seeing the field quickly and clearly?
Yeah, not fair until I look at it, Daniel, but it's very easy to put sacks just right on the offensive line. We got to look at all of it and find ways to work together in those areas.
Kevin, what do you feel like is an adequate sample size to properly evaluate a quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback?
Yeah, it's hard for me to speculate, but every single outing that our guys get, we're going to look at it and try and learn from it.
With you guys, losing this game and kind of now being behind the 8 ball, I mean, do you stick with Dillon Gabriel after this game, or do you think about making a change? Yeah,
we're going to stick with Dillon. Obviously, this is a young players that you're always trying to get one game better and those type of things, but we have to play better as an offense. We have to coach better, all the above.
So there you guys have it, man. Kevin Stefanski doing what Kevin Stefanski does, sticking with Dillon Gabriel. And this is why the internet is going crazy and the people in Cleveland are going crazy, because of stuff like this. Without making a full assessment, you want to stick with Dillon Gabriel. And then he says it's not fair to assess the way Dillon Gabriel's playing. And then you want to stick with Dillon Gabriel. Like, when is enough, man? I've seen enough. A lot of people have seen enough. They've seen enough what Dillon Gabriel is capable of doing. The offense has no direction. The offense can't muster up enough points to beat the New York Jets. So what makes you think that Dillon Gabriel can muster up enough offense to beat the Baltimore Ravens next week? It's time to make a change, man. It's time to make a change. And, you know, looking at Dillon Gabriel's stats for the day, I mean, let's take a look at his stats. You know, Dillon Gabriel, man, he threw the ball 17 to 32 for 167 yards. He had 2 TDs, but he got sacked 6 times. But he missed a lot of opportunities down the field. And that's what people don't understand. He missed a lot of opportunities, man. Like, he left a lot out on the table. And I just don't understand, man, like what Kevin Stefanski sees in Dillon Gabriel to keep Dillon Gabriel in the game, man. Like, when can Shedeur Sanders at least get an opportunity? But like I told you guys, man, me personally, I don't think Shedeur is going to see the field. Until things change, until I see it, then that's when I'll believe it. Until then, I'll keep reporting the way I'm reporting, because Kevin Stefanski is hell-bent on sticking with Dillon Gabriel. And this is just more facts that he does not like Shedeur Sanders. Why not make a change? You're 2-8. Why not make a change? Don't put Shedeur Sanders in when the season is done and over with. Put Shedeur Sanders in when it's some meaningful games where Shedeur Sanders can go out there and spoil some of these people that are trying to get into the playoffs. But once again, Kevin Stefanski is sticking with Dillon Gabriel. I see everybody down in the comments section, #salute. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. This is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.